Well, me and Tim were. Quality debate, which is better, that or Qdoba.
Okay. Katie Keating around here?
Right there by a little bit further east. A little bit further east of Cork.
I usually go like right here.
Kind of by Yokohama, a little bit further east.
It's further west of Cork. Like in between.
No, it's east. The Cork and Barrel?
Oh, sorry, it is east of Cork.
Yeah, you're right. East of Yellowstone, yeah.
Right.
The second time
This week's sponsor is Odell Brewery.
Your ingredient is on
All right.
Yeah. That's what $2 used to be.
Over 50 different beers listed on the website. How many have you tried?
Like over a decade ago.
As long as it works.
Seems like a decade ago.
Katie Keating.
So they're going to round 2 for Keto.
Paging Katie Keating.
I think it's better, and you won't die E. coli. Boom, I said it.
That's it's important.
It is important, yeah.
If you're gonna open up a place, that's kind of rule number 1.
What's that?
If you're gonna open up a new place, that's rule number 1.
No E. coli.
You're live right now.
No E. coli for the guests.
No. All to be fair,
You're good. You're good.
E. coli. It was the other.
Okay.
To be fair.
Once Ben gets up here with his drink, we will be ready to start.
I hope you don't have E. coli in your Chipotle.
I like how you brought a whole meal with you.
2 meals, actually.
2 meals.
Yeah, save it for tomorrow.
Oh wow, my mic is high.
Nice.
Why is it high?
That's,
Have you already
Tested? I will tell you.
over at the line.
This week is sponsored by Odell.
Oh man.
HTTPS. Okay, I'm good.
I get in trouble if I smoke cigarettes up here.
Oh, Katie, do you have a nickname?
Much of a winner you are.
The girls call me Kiki.
Let's call you what?
They do. That's about all I have.
Do you really want that to be on air?
Not particularly, but if
Okay,
you want
no.
to say
Like, we're not going to put anything on air
I'm like,
if you don't want to put it on air.
it's fine.
Katie ass beating Keating.
Eric, what did you say?
Ass beating Keating.
Ass beating Keating. Yes.
Actually, I kind of like that. Or just
Oh,
loud
shoot.
ass
Sorry.
motherfucker. I don't know.
Sorry.
Oh, you're going to do it?
Keep our
Okay.
mouth shut here.
It says we're live on Mixer.
I liked how
Yeah,
I got
Aaron
here and I was
verified.
like,
We're good to go.
Whoever was like,
Okay.
it's kind of quiet.
Cool.
I
I was wondering why it was so.
All right, we're going to get started, fellas. People.
That's what it was.
Let me know you're ready. Listos?
Listo.
Okay.
Find your speaker, dude.
I didn't know how much this.
Is this what you do every time?
Pretty much.
Super professional.
I know.
Strictly professional.
This is just Nicolay.
Hey, what's going on, KVKL? It is time for the podcast. Woo! Review week 2, preview week 3. We are here live at the Jazz House, as always. 926.5 Massachusetts, jazzhouse.com. This week's sponsor, Odell Brewery. OdellBrewing.com. They have over 50 beers listed on their website. How many have you tried? I've tried quite a few. KVKL loves Odell. They've been our amazing partner in crime for the last 5 years by sponsoring an unforgettable trip by Fort Collins, Colorado for the championship. I went in 2012. It was fucking awesome.
Highly recommend.
Yes. If you can win the championship, I highly recommend going on that trip. Yeah.
Good luck.
Just a few hours down the road. That's it.
Yeah.
Where else can you get like the perfect confluence of breweries, dispensaries, and kickball?
And the
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Coming this weekend for you, the Odell KVKL Special at Cork and Barrel. $2 off all 12 packs. Also, don't forget, an amazing deal every Sunday at the replay at the parties. It's $4 a can and then $10 for 3 cans. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Had I known that the first weekend, I probably would have taken advantage of
Yeah.
that.
You can totally get bombed on Odell.
Well, now you know.
Now. We set this up for you, people.
Okay, as always, I am CJ Cobra Kai here with Ben Hutnick,
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Jason Cougarpong.
Hey, CJ, spell banana.
I don't want to, because I don't know how to spell.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Katie Keating.
I don't have a nickname.
Moving on.
And Matt Shaded.
What's up? What's up?
He works for Odell. He's awesome, and Odell is awesome.
Well, thank you.
All right. So, should we talk about some stuff?
Yeah.
Let's do.
Okay, well, before we get into that, clean
Come
up
down and drink
and
some
scoreboard
beer with us, sir.
cleanup and scoreboard for this week will be Free State, Reboot, Screamers, and Poshwash. So if you're on those teams, you have to stay after the game or be working the scoreboard. Good luck with that. Let's talk about some games.
Let's do.
Holy crap. All right. First game. YSC 1, 5 p.m. Liberty Hall late fees 1. Chalmers is 10. And apparently in the notes it says that Candlepants threw his golden cup.
We need a backstory.
Gross.
Was anybody at this game? Aaron?
Was any...
I was at YSC.
Do you want to talk
Come
about
here,
it?
Derek.
Did they have 3 girls?
Derek did the scorekeeping.
Did they
and
finally-
I
they were
deliberated
looking for three girls
5
for, like,
minutes
2
whether or not
weeks.
I should post your note on the page because it seemed appropriate and yet inappropriate at the same time.
It was late in the 9th inning when he started like waving a golden like jock strap cup around, and then at one point somebody like blooped it over Candlepants and he like tried to knock it out of the air,
Okay.
and everyone was just like,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
nasty." Late fees did really well. I mean, it was only 3-0 until like the 4th or the 5th, and then Chalmers started catching their stride, and they put up like 4 runs, 3 runs, and then there was no stopping them.
Okay.
But that paperwork is immaculate.
Okay, well, stay right there. Stay right there, Derek, because we're going to talk about your game next.
yeah.
YSC 1, 7 p.m., Repetition Coffee 0, Flying Hellfish, Asa, Burnsy, and the crew, 18.
I'll be colding in the ground when I recognize Missouri. It was a clinic. I mean,
Clearly it was, man.
our defense was pretty on point. I think they got to third base once, close a couple times, and we kicked really well.
Okay.
I mean, we were short actually 4 of our normal people, so we had our subs in, and we still did pretty well, I feel.
That's good. That's good, man.
So looking for Johnny's next week.
Yeah, the 0 suggested it was kind of an ass beating.
Yeah.
Although if I can throw a little credit Derek's way, while we were having our podcast last week and predicting the scores, I'm pretty sure from the audience he called the shutout himself.
I did.
That's impressive.
If you go back and listen, you'll hear me screaming in
you
the
had to
background.
shut out because, like, I told everybody that we're going to shut him out, so we have to shut him out.
Got a safe face. I mean, the Repetitions Coffee, they picked up some veteran players from Sword, and they have the skill set. They just, they're just trying to get everybody matching together. They moved everybody around. I think everybody played a different position in almost every inning, trying to figure out what works best for each player. So give them time. I think they'll go up from there.
It's early.
Okay.
So Derek, hey, one quick question, Derek. What's more impressive, calling a shot on your own game or the dick shot against Free State?
Dick shot, clearly, because that takes skill and practice.
Bullshit. That was not intentional whatsoever.
Oh my god.
I know,
It was a hope and a prayer. They missed that guy at the ball and way off in the field. And
Cougar man, that seems like half a dozen in one hand, 6 in the other. Because isn't calling a shutout in your own game against Repetition also a dick shot?
That's true. Well played.
All right. YSC 2, 5 o'clock. Channel 6, Brew Ballers 5 in a game that was a lot closer than I thought.
A lot
This game's
closer.
so close.
Yeah, Brew Ballers.
That's Channel 6.
Brew Ballers has really shown something.
Yeah, definitely.
My read on the game was that Channel 6 is breaking in some new people, and Brew Ballers has improved a lot since last year. They're a decent team.
Do they have any new people? I see Adrian's in the. Do you guys? How many new people do you guys have?
Yeah, we have about 4 new people.
That's not
Four
too bad.
new people. Adrian says.
We lost 3, but as a whole, I think we're going to be better once they kind of figure out how to play kickball.
Yeah, he said
You guys have been kicking ass the last
lost,
2 weeks,
3,
so-
but as a whole, they'll be better. And the people they picked up are athletes, and
Yeah.
really, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of difference between the teams during the game.
Wow.
Yeah, and you could
As
tell
always.
that, and Channel 6, I think, maybe a little bit of a drop-off from last year because you could tell they're breaking in some new people, too.
Okay.
There were more fouls in this game from stepping over the home plate line than any game I've ever seen. There was like 5 in the first 2 innings. It was nuts. Aside from the score just being really close and the teams seeming really competitive, we should mention that this game was decided when Isaac was on third for Channel 6 in, I think it was the 8th inning, and the pitcher had the ball in hand.
Okay.
Isaac took off from third.
Okay.
After the pitcher had the ball. Yeah, the pitcher threw the ball at him.
Oh,
and
no.
It was on the money right after he tapped home plate, and it was bang, bang. And if she had hit him a half a second earlier, he would have been out. But because of the way the rule is written, because she let the ball out of his hand, although it's illegal, her hand, although it's illegal and he wasn't allowed to run, because she let the ball go,
he became a legal runner.
Right, he became a legal runner, and because he tapped the base first, he was safe.
Yeah.
So it was one of two things. It was a really, really risky play by Channel 6, assuming they knew what they were doing.
Yes.
So it was either really dumb or genius, one or the other.
Yeah. Keep that in mind, pitchers. When you have the ball, do not let it go.
Right, I'm pretty sure because Mike Anderson was coaching third and Isaac knows what he's doing that they did it on purpose. But if the pitcher had just walked the ball back to third, he would have been out.
Exactly.
And it would have killed it. Granted, there was 2 outs already and they got the next runner out, but that was the deciding run.
Ref did not call time. Ref did not call time.
That was when Nick Lerner pointed out after the game is that Isaac took off relatively quickly after the pitcher got the ball in hand. But if I had called time before he had left, then we would have just sent him back.
Yep.
Exactly right. Yep.
Adrian.
Right, because like in the rule, the sub rule, and I kind of did during the game, I was focusing on the rule where I should have been focusing on what the umpire saw. So if we agreed that he was on third when she had the ball, when he wasn't even making an attempt at home, then right there, I mean, that him running is underneath the precedent that he was on his way home. It says off the base. He was on the base.
Yeah.
So that whole line in the rules that we were reading was saying that he is off the base. He was not off the base. He was on the base.
Oh, no, he could still be on, but it's the quote-unquote live ball that's the problem. And so if I call time, then he can't leave, and if he leaves, he gets sent back.
Yeah.
But
Time wasn't called.
Unless time is called, or if he leaves before time is called.
I mean, but in the rule it says he's off the base. In the it says that he's off the base, and then it says that.
No, I think right. I think it just says if he advances, quote unquote advances when it's a live ball.
Either way, it was a great game. I think I could explain myself a little bit better in the moment, and I think I think he should have gone back to third. I think the game could have ended in a tie.
Yeah, and I think
we didn't lose the game because of that, because we had a 4-run inning where we kind of lost a drop ball and whatnot. But it's a shame that it was decided on that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say that.
I'm happy about our team. Our team played great.
It was a victory and a loss. I don't know if I'd say that you guys didn't lose the game because.
What was the score after they scored?
That was the
6-5
winning run.
6-5 after that.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a risky and genius and/or crazy move, and I guess. I don't know. From a reffing standpoint, I was upset to see the game wind up like that.
It really wasn't genius.
Well, to the extent that they go to the pitcher into releasing the ball, it was a smart play. Yeah.
In their defense, it's a long ruling. I mean, 6A through D. There's a lot of different.
But I mean, the way it wound up, I mean, it felt like a win for Brewballers either way. I mean, that's a damn close game to be cited on that.
Yeah. Definitely. YSC 2, 7:00. On the field, at least, it was Where's My Pitches? 1, Red Lion 2.
Hell, Ben.
The game was great, man. Where's My Pitches played really well. I think their defense made maybe one error the whole game.
Really?
And it was a tough play that the pitcher had to run out and catch the ball.
Did they play with 10?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
They played with 10.
Was straight 10? Wow. No, I'm sorry. They split a kicker, so they played with 10 spots.
But they had 10 spots.
Yeah, 10 spots.
Oh my God.
So yeah, Where's My Pitches played great. It's that they got destroyed the first week last year and did well the second week.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell what you're getting. But off the scorecard, we totally fucked up the lineup on this one. So,
Okay.
Never V asked me before the game if we could split a fifth gal if we had 2 with independent spots and then 2 girls splitting. And I said yes without asking if we were kicking 12.
Yep.
And we had 12 spots in the lineup, and so we had to have 4 independent spots for ladies.
Yes.
And instead we had a 4th spot where a gal was splitting with a guy. So
Oh, no.
it wound up as an illegal lineup that nobody noticed until Aaron picked it up today. So this is going down as a loss and a forfeit. So never let it be said that Lion doesn't do everything that they can to drop a game that they should win. Congratulations to where's my pitches.
Yep. Go ahead. Katie?
I actually found a picture this week by someone who was scorekeeping sitting down. So I wanted to bring up the scorekeeping position as part of our refereeing ensemble. The scorekeeper does have the ability to not necessarily overrule, but be an extra set of eyes. So don't keep your head down in what you're doing. You know, if you need to talk to somebody before your scorekeeping and understand what the rules are for those people. And I'm not calling whoever the scorekeeper was out for your game, but number 2 in the rules for what the scorekeeper does is to make sure that there's no illegal lineup. So, you know, a lot of people don't realize that there's a little bit more than just writing 1, 2, 3 and who's getting to base. And it just, I think for a lot of people, especially for Red Lion, probably would have been appreciated just to double check and make sure that everyone knows what your responsibilities are and the positions that you decide to take when you're reffing games. So just wanted to interject that. Yeah.
I think that's well said, Katie, but this toes totally
Yeah. And I mean, it happens all the time. And I think a lot of the reason why I say that is it happened to me a couple of times when I first started scorekeeping where I missed an illegal lineup here and there, and it cost, the game for people, and I felt bad. And now I know to check and, make sure that everyone's batted, everyone's in the right order. And so, yeah.
This totally goes hand in hand with what we were saying on the very first podcast, which is that the Chalmers is the most fuckable and Red Lion is the most fuck-upable.
That's pretty appropriate.
Red Lion, the best poorly coached kickball team in the league.
Most drunkable, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently most drunk wins. Not in this case, though.
No.
YSC 3, 5 o'clock. Leafy Greens 1. Goats 39.
Dang it,
Notes
Goats.
here says that a great kick by Rico in the first inning dropped it behind the Rover. Goats had a solid double play in the 4th.
Is Recco on the Goats? Nice.
Almost called a shutout by 1 run. Damn.
It was in the ninth.
The ninth,
so
yeah,
essentially it was a shutout.
Nice.
But it was.
Damn.
Was it? Okay.
I asked Scott about this, and he swears to me that they stopped keeping track of the score, but I find it very interesting they came just short of 40.
We stopped counting.
Yeah.
So you're saying if you were counting, you would have made 40?
Yeah, they were counting until then.
We didn't want to shut it down, eventually, so we didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, I believe them. I still feel like there's a handful of teams that are shooting for 50.
YSC 3, 7 o'clock. Corksuckers 12. Grandstand Glass Kickers 9.
Wow. Closer game I thought it would be.
Yeah, totally. Is Janet here?
Grandstands?
I saw Janet here.
Anna here.
Uh-huh,
Jana Banana, you want to get us
Okay,
started up a
Kristen
little
from the Glass Kickers
Hey.
here.
There we go. Hi, Jana.
Hi, Jana.
Okay, Kristen's going to give the report.
It was great. It was super competitive. I think that we had them 4 innings with no runs, or 4 or 5 innings, and they had us 4 or 5 innings with no run. And it was just kind of back and forth, and it was really close. It was great. And we had a couple, Eddie got a great double play in one of the innings, and they are stellar bunters. We had to work on our bunt defense because their first 3 are just loading the bases. And so it was hella close. If we had gotten 1 or 2 more runs in the 12th or 9th and 8th, it would have been a different story, but it was great.
You guys represented really well here.
Our team
Yeah,
was everyone was kind of coming together, and it was good. Yeah, so.
And Kristen and I ended up betting on this game. We bet brunch, and the point spread was 2. And
it's 3.
Just missed it.
Yeah, quit while you're ahead.
Right.
Don't start gambling. Don't start gambling.
Oh, it's continuing.
Oh no, this wasn't
quit while you're ahead.
Yeah,
this is not ending.
So it was great. Ready for the Screamers next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kristen.
YSC 4, 5 o'clock. Nick Lerner's homies 3. Hertz Donut D Holes 18.
We did not get shut out. I'm happy. Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys didn't score more than 20 on him.
I was surprised too. I thought I would have scored 120.
Yeah.
Come on up, Alex. Go in, gloats. Rub it into my face. That's fine.
Jeff Hopper went 2 for 5, therefore he sucks.
Yeah, he had one error.
Hopper dropped a bunch at my feet the first time he was up.
An error. He let the runner go to third.
Terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Terrible.
Yeah,
we scored 2 of the 3. Quick around the bases.
Yeah.
We actually had I feel like I'm talking too loudly. We actually had a couple runs that ended up being taken off the board. One of them, I bombed a ball out to right center field, and the center fielder apparently kicked the ball into home and got Dave out at home.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. I was running.
Normally that does not work out.
No. He tried it later on against Ethan and failed miserably.
Yeah. That's usually how it goes.
Yes. And then Bickle kicked a legitimate home run, running the bases.
Oh boy.
And I don't know if it was the third base or the rover or if it was Noah McKee, but pointing out whoever pointed out first.
Sasabi,
but they said that Bickle didn't touch third.
Yeah.
And then the rover was barking about it.
Yeah.
The problem is that if the ref pointed it out, Bickle should have been placed back at third because the ref is supposed to be silent about it.
Yeah, that's an appeal play, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an appeal play. So there shouldn't have been an out. So that ended up, it didn't really matter for the score, but we did have a couple of runs taken off of the board for weird freak plays that never really ever happened. So,
so you could have won by 17 instead of 15.
Do what?
Could have won by 17 instead of 15.
Or more. Taken out off the board.
The people that lost in Vegas on this are pissed.
Yeah, I know.
So did Bickle freak out on that play?
Totally.
He was a little upset. he was not as heated as he used to be.
Not as he used to be. No.
Yeah, but he was a little upset.
He took it well. He took it well.
Yeah.
So
that's all it was.
Okay. YSC4, 7 o'clock. Kansas Tree Care 6. Ladybird Harpies
Alex.
2.
We ref this game. Yes. He was home plate. I was first base.
Yeah, forgot I ref this game.
Yep. So.
Yeah, it was a great game to ref and to watch.
Yeah.
It was really close.
Yeah.
KTC got a lot of base runners on, and Harpies responded by getting out the lead runner almost every single time. The note on there that Grant made about a play at second base, it was a bang play that he threw out.
Sixth inning, yeah.
I don't know who was running to second base, but
no
Peter walked right in front of me.
Yeah.
At the time, and so Cougar had the backside of it, and Andrea had the front side. Andrea didn't make a call. Cougar made the call as an out.
I call it safe. I call it safe. Yeah. Even though they were contending that it was an out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that led to 2 runs there for KTC.
Yeah.
Because there was because they would kick it over to center field. Center fielder overthrew Peter, the pitcher, and allowed even an extra run to go through. And also the other thing you mentioned about getting out of the lead runner is that KTC was caught going cowboy running because they tried to go to third base and they got the hands caught in the cookie jar and got tagged out.
Yeah, it happened a lot of times.
Yeah.
Credit to Harpies. Yeah, credit to Harpies on this. Their defense is
Stacy, why don't you come and talk about this game?
Yeah, Stacy. You do your job? Okay.
You're actually on the team.
You're
now,
on the
so.
team. You're a representative of them.
Stacy defers and then undefers.
Go ahead and yell at me, Stacy. I'm kidding.
Well, I think he pretty much covered it. Our defense was just amazing. I think they had over, I counted, 24 people on base. And they just, we just wouldn't let them get home.
Right. The one big spot, unfortunately, you had the bases loaded, I believe, in the 7th inning. And, it's like, oh, there's a big spot there. He got amped up and...
Yeah, Anthony came up to kick, who could really, he could have done something amazing, but he popped up and...
Right to Nick out of the first base, yeah.
He's still really new,
he's
so...
young.
Yeah, he's a baby, so...
Yeah.
I think by the end of the season...
Yeah.
Watch out for him.
But we talked about this in the ninth inning, going to the ninth inning at your last defensive effort, top nine. It was like, can we have one more run there for the Harpies? I said, look, if this is end game is 6-2, it's a great result.
Yeah. Oh no, we were totally happy with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we were thrilled.
Sure, absolutely. So well done there, Stacy. Thanks.
All right. Lions East, 5 p.m. Rockets 1. Wildman 21.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you explain what Rockets is a good offensive team? How'd you guys keep them to 1?
Our defense was really on point that day. I'm gonna say the score doesn't do the Rockets very justice at all. Our defense was on point. Our kicking was on point. There's not much they could have done better to score runs or anything like that. Mallory,
they didn't really have that many people on base
Wright's
either.
Trash talking game was A+.
Oh my gosh.
My God.
Oh my gosh.
It was on point.
This game was respectable going into the 6th, it looks like, and then you guys beat the shit out of them between the 6th and the 9th.
Yeah. Our top 3 went, I think it was 15 for 18.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
There's a lot of runs in there.
That's not bad.
And then 13 runs between the top 3, and we went 15 for 18, and a couple of those were Simon sack flying out. So if we're going to be baseballish about this, and those at-bats technically don't count.
They don't count.
Yeah. But yeah, myself and Colin were combined 12 for 12, which was ridiculous. So yeah, I think when Rockets play, who is it? Tom's team. Reboot. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a game because I think both of those teams are evenly matched.
All right.
And whoever wins that game is going to
week 5. Yeah.
Whoever wins that game is definitely going to be the 3 seed.
It's something to look forward to.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Lions East, 7 p.m. Screamers 5, Redlegs 11. The Screamers use the 10-minute rule.
10
I
minutes.
refed part of this game. It took Redlegs a couple of innings to get going, but once Screamers scored 3 runs there, it definitely woke them up, and they scored 4 runs in that next half inning.
Yeah.
So after that, they kind of just took control. Once they took control of the game, they definitely just kind of separated themselves.
Yeah.
So
this is kind of the score I would expect here, I think.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. No problem. And then now, Lions West, 5 p.m. Love Garden Squids, 23. Double Meat, 7.
Double Meat got 7s. That's good.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
I want
was more
Alice
than
to
I
come
thought.
back up and explain to me how Double Meat scored 7 and they only scored 4 against Love Garden.
I was impressed. This was actually a legit female-male split with a 4 female lineup.
An actual legit one?
Yeah.
Too soon. There you go, Derek.
I made a note of that. I thought that was kind of cool. I think that in light of our talking about moving to like a 4 lady lineup, maybe eventually it's kind of cool that teams are experimenting with
Yeah, man.
different female lineups. So
The only thing that's better than slitting throats is slitting cocks.
yeah, exactly.
Cut them right down the middle.
Lions West, 7 p.m. Los Matadores 4, Muddy Waters Studio 11. Los Matadores played with 9, which beat the over.
Yep. Who had the under? Cougar, you lost that one. I think.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. I had the over.
I had the under.
Anybody got anything from this game
I lost. Nope.
other than Cougar losing?
Not
I'm kind of surprised playing
Not
with 9. They held Muddy to 11.
Yeah.
Los Matadores just like. I feel like if they had 10 people show up every week, they'd be a 2 or a 3 seed.
But the thing is that they play worse when they have 10 people. So they always play better when they have 8 or 9.
Maybe they had the same 10 people showing up. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some formula here that I haven't figured out.
Derek?
Do you guys want to know the odds for next week's over-under? Because I have inside information about player counts.
No, not really.
I did talk to Erin, I do believe co-captain of Matadors, and she said, they were short people were at weddings, and they did the best they can with what they had. But she didn't really go into details about the game.
Is the over-under forfeit or not forfeit?
No, not
Really,
that
that's what it should be.
Pretty sure that's the over-under for the Lions game next week.
All right, thanks. Holcomb left, 5 p.m. Rats, 5. Poshwash, 12. In the notes, it says that Frank had 2 home runs, and Zach looks like Zach De La Roca from Rage Against the Machine, and Rats have the best tattoos.
Yeah, did I see right on Facebook that Frank had like 11 RKIs in this game or something like that? Is that it's not a record?
Was it 11 home? Was he 11 home runs for the season?
He had 2 in the park home runs. He just busted ass. And if there were people on base in front of him, they scored. So if you have the score sheet in front of you, if someone's on base in front of Frank, it was like, I think one of them may have been 3.
Jeremy Garrett.
Yeah, someone said 11 on Facebook. The score sheet says 8. That's still a shitload.
It may have been an exaggeration, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit. That's really good.
Yeah, and Rats put up 4 in the 9th. I mean, this game was
pretty much decided.
That's my fault, too. We have new players, and I wanted to see them moving around in different positions. And so 9th inning, I was like, let's try a new guy at 3rd. Let's put a new girl over here. Let's see what they can do. So scored a couple runs on us, and I take the blame for it, but you got to let your new people try out new spots from time to time.
Rock and roll. That's what the division play is all about. CJ, I think you should read the notes that Jackie Becker left for us on this, though. She's got... Zach looks like Zach De La Roca from Rage Against the Machine.
I read that. I read that earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, just so you know, this past Sunday was Keg and a Stripper Day for Boost, which will go into their game right now. Holcomb left, 7 o'clock. Ghost, 13. Woost, 7. Katie, Matt, talk about the game.
Well, I was late because I was coming from Colorado, so I didn't show up until the 5th inning.
Okay.
It was quite a show, Katie.
Well, I asked Jolly what I missed, and he said not much.
Right.
So.
Well, there was a keg behind home plate.
Yes.
And it was not Odell. It's okay. It was Free State Copperhead Ale. I'm not hating on you, Jackie, if you're listening.
She wanted to like throw it in your face, Matt.
12 bucks on sale for
12 bucks on sale, yes, exactly.
Drinking the competition's beer, man.
What's that?
You're drinking the competition's beer.
That's
like drinking kryptonite.
That's what it's all about, you know.
Free beer, dude. Free beer.
We actually started the same year they did, back in 1989, so we have kinship, definitely. But no, we had a kick behind the home plate, and then we actually lined both teams up, and what's his name?
Escobar,
yeah. It was Escobar. We ended up
Good Lord.
doing a little striptease for the guy, and he got some
So who
nice
all joined
touches.
in? Because I saw Dan, I saw Cosgrove.
Right.
I think it was just Dan Costco.
It was really, Jackie gave him
Jolly?
a motorboat.
Yeah, Jackie did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I touched his thigh. I grazed his thigh, so it was good.
Ooh, so it was erotic.
Just a touch, just a graze of the
Exactly. No, the game was great. We started off scoring pretty quickly in the first couple innings. I think we put about 5 runs up early.
4.
And they ended up
Scoring late.
Scoring late. We
Yeah, they let
actually
him up a
had
little
one
bit.
really good inning towards the end of the game. I think it was the 8th inning where we scored like 7 runs. So it's
Okay.
They
a lot
had-
in, but
They had a lot of errors in that inning.
They
I think
did.
there was like 5 bobbles on first base in that 8-run inning.
to be fair, their first baseman actually had to run. He was actually in the inning before that. He was kicking and was actually on first base, and there were like literally 12 foul balls, and he was just running to second base, sprinting each time. And I think he was a little winded. I could tell he was. I play first base, so I can definitely relate to that. So he was definitely a little winded after that, but
I was rolling in those curves.
give him a little rib on that.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was a good game. Esco gave me a bruise on my arm, trying to kick a double out and bring 2 runs in, but I stopped it. So
No pain,
No,
no
it was,
gain,
it was
no
a
win.
great game.
right.
That was. We were talking about it afterwards. I think among other teams, this is the longest standing rivalry. We've played the most throughout the year, both rank and pool play, and we haven't beat them in since we've been playing 4 seasons, but I think 5 or 6 seasons we had an old Jack. Jack something or other used to be the captain. He was here this week and was talking. Yeah.
Who was in town, actually?
Yeah, he was in town with his
Yeah.
old school jersey, hanging out with us. Yeah, it was cool.
Goes
It was a
to
great game, though.
everybody
We love
else on
playing them.
notice.
It's always a great game every year
much,
for us.
man.
So.
Also, Cougar, they beat you guys the first week, right?
They did.
Yeah,
but-
so
yeah.
But we allowed less runs than Woos, so.
I mean, like I said last week and Diana said before, we're like one of the most veteran teams now in that mid-season. And
Yep.
like, no offense to Alex, but we are gunning for you next year or next week. We are really, really comfortable with each other in our positions, and our kicking is on point, and it's a good season for the Ghosts this year. So.
Since you guys beat the homies and the Woost, I think isn't this decided for the season? It is the Battle of the Hard O is over. It is now.
Yeah. I would say it's for sure. Yep.
It's Woost, homies, and
Yeah, it is. Yep, pretty much. All right. Holcomb Wright, 5 p.m. Free State Growlers, 15. Asteroid Head, 9. Good showing from Asteroid Head.
First win of the season for Free State.
Yeah. I mean, coming off that loss game of the week.
Yeah.
But
Thanks,
good recovery for them.
yeah, Asteroid Head did most of their damage later, but still a good showing.
Yeah, definitely. Holcomb Wright, 7 p.m. Sacred Sword 4. Reboot 8. Tom, you want to talk about this game?
Thomas.
Okay. Tom, who is captain of Reboot.
Cougar called the final score on this
I still
one.
say Reboot.
He did
Cartoon.
because of the...
It's not the cartoon.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It should be.
It's because Das Boot retired and I took over.
I like my answer better.
Lean in there, Thomas.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, so we're a brand new team. We have like 12 people who have never played before, and 3 of them have 11 years experience. 9 of those are from me, which isn't saying much because I'm terrible.
Yeah.
We haven't really kicked that well, but we've been getting on base, and the third time through our lineup, we actually started getting on. Sword went up early, then our defense held them. We have pretty solid defense.
Yeah.
A bunch of new guys.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll be better.
You're making me look good because I called the point spread. You win by 4. Thanks, Thomas.
That's what I was
You
going
didn't
for.
just call the point spread, man. You said they would win 8-4.
Yeah,
That's
he
just
really-
silly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Cougar Stradamus over here.
Yeah. Hey, Cougar, can we use your time machine to travel back in time and kill Trump?
Delete that.
I wish. No, I don't know.
Now we're going to be marked by the NSA on this podcast.
They tagged me long ago.
But yeah, Sword has a bunch of new players too, and they're gonna figure it out. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Our guys all have softball experience, so they've been playing
Yeah, that
for a
definitely
very
does
long
help.
time. You saw, and I think we've had a pretty favorable schedule going into it against Wildman, and actually playing fairly well, all things considered. And then Sword kind of new, Leafy Greens newish, and then we got Goats next week, or the week after, I guess.
Yeah. So,
It'll be fun.
all right. Thanks, Tom.
Your mission,
That's
should
maybe
you
a little
choose to
bit, Thomas.
accept it, is to score more than 1 run against the Goats.
Hobbs Park, undercard for game of the week, 7 p.m. Johnny's Tavern, 5. Happy Shark, 11.
Timothy.
Timothy, where you at?
Defense?
From just
killing
looking
it?
at
What's
just looking at the
going on
score
there?
sheet, it looked like Happy Shirt scored 5 in the first and just kind of coasted afterwards. Tim?
It's your point to refute.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick probably's got plenty to say for it as well. I
Go ahead,
felt
Tim.
our team actually played really well. I mean, obviously we went out there having nothing to lose. Everybody was pretty on point. Everyone's heads were on their shoulders. The first inning was kind of tough, but we didn't let that really affect us anymore. We just kept on playing our game, and we slowly but surely kind of caught them off guard. And I think at one point the game was actually 5-6, and that's kind of when I think Happy Shirt kind of started to get a little bit worried. And then we just had a couple of errors, and they put on a couple more runs. But I couldn't have been any prouder of the team. We played really well. We actually moved some people around out of position, and it actually seemed to pay off. Just you can't stay up the top forever. Someone's going to bring you down.
And having ref that game, I do want to say that they had the moral victory on 2 counts. The first one was they played really close, and it was a lot closer than the score sounds. If you look at your innings, it was 6-5 there for a while. Tyler started freaking the fuck out like he does. It was so awesome. He's yelling at his teammates. He's telling Joel in the outfield to move over 18 inches. He's telling John Peach to step back a half a step. No, 1/2 step, not 2. That was awesome. Yep. And then the other part was at the very end of the game, pop fly to John Peach. He was kind of lollygagging it, dropped it. Yeah. That was really, really funny. I'm not saying that part. I'm not going to say that part. But no, Johnny's played a great game. Happy Shirt was Happy Shirt, and the final score shows that Happy Shirt is still Happy Shirt.
All right.
Thank you, Rick.
I don't necessarily agree with that, though. When I was looking at this, and I was going to ask you, Tim, they scored 5 in the first inning. If that didn't happen, this would have been a lot closer game. I think Happy Shirt hasn't really showed themselves being Happy Shirt the last 2 weeks, really. I haven't watched their games at all, but
my only thing is
their line items at least haven't really showed
Do they
me
need
yet.
Katie? They're happy.
Yeah,
They're 3-time defending champions.
And that's why it's easy to my theory that they coasted because they gave up.
Look, there's a fine line here, right? So maybe Johnny's represented really well, and I think scoring 5 runs on Happy Shirt because of the way their defense plays is a moral victory anyway.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Happy Shirt isn't looking to score 40 on anybody.
Agreed.
And I could see them scoring 5 and getting complacent, and it really only took about 5 minutes between when Johnny's came within a run for them to put another few up and go up 9-5. So
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, and it's tough to say too when you haven't really seen them play and just looking at stats anyway. So
Right.
I hear you.
You know what I like drinking?
What's that?
I like drinking beer.
It's tasty.
I'm drinking an Odell IPA right now, which is this week's sponsor, Odell Brewing.
Not just
OdellBrewing.com.
actually drinking it.
Yeah, no, I'm not a shill. I totally am drinking it right now. KBKL loves, Odell, obviously. This week, there is a Odell KBKL special at Cork and Barrel, $2 off all 12 packs, and then every Sunday at 3Play, $4 a can, $10 for 3 cans, which is a hell of a deal. You can't beat that. So, yeah.
That's
drink
the
some
perfect
Odell on the
special for
weekend.
me because it takes 3 drinks to get drunk.
Yes.
And to clarify, we do have 90 shilling and IPA and Drum Roll, which is our newest beer.
Woo, Drum Roll's so good.
Available at the replay as well.
All right.
Get yourself some loose leaf as well. It's also tasty.
Loose leaf is a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
definitely.
lost in this conversation.
You know,
Yeah,
actually,
so
you have a
lost.
cider coming out here pretty soon. So
Dude, Cougar, drink a
be
beer.
on the
It's
lookout
great.
for that.
This is me we're talking about. I never drink Kickball.
I was waiting for you to take a sip of that delicious 90 shilling Cougar.
Yeah,
I gotta drive home.
It's just one beer, man. It's just one beer.
How? You don't know me very well, do you, Derek?
And it's only 5.2%, actually.
Cougar has the alcohol tolerance of a 10-year-old girl.
It doesn't insult a 10-year-old.
10-year-old in general.
10-year-old in general.
In general, it's true, yeah.
Okay. Hobbs Park, game of the week, 9 p.m. Jazz House, 11. Leeway Franks, donut, man.
Did not call a shutout.
Dang.
Did not call a shutout.
Where's Rick?
Another
Rick,
4-lady
come on,
lineup,
man.
by the way.
This is your time to
Impressed
gloat.
with that.
I'm not gloating. It was a fun game. Leeway Franks was great. We just played better. I will say...
Come on, Rick. You can't do the coach speak right now.
Humble brag.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's not in my nature.
Coach speak
Great
here.
game, fun game.
No.
It's not in my nature to gloat. I'm sorry, I will say that it rained earlier that day, and the outfield grass at Hobbs was really wet. It was really, really slick, and we noticed that in warm-ups. So before we started, I told my outfielders what one of my old high school football coaches used to scream at us, which was, do not let that ball touch the ground. The ball does not touch the ground. And I said, if it comes in as a grounder, be sure you get a good grip on it. And I think that really kind of, shall we say, challenged the Leeway Franks outfielders, because they'd have a line drive come at them, and they'd pick the ball up, and they'd throw it, and it would do one of those things where you aim it perfectly at the second baseman, and it goes like 5 feet off to the right and then drops.
Yeah.
My outfielders super fast. We didn't make any errors. My infield played great. I don't think we had hardly any errors at all. And we kicked great. and it was really fun, and Leeway Franks are really, really nice, great people. And I will say that Austin Meyer is one of the best third basemen in the league, for sure. So.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Thanks, Rick.
I chatted with Steve-O after this game because I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of it, and he said that they, got caught on an off day, that a lot of their players really didn't play very well from the beginning and didn't really get a chance to, get into a groove. So I was surprised. No offense to you, Rick, but I was surprised that you guys actually put up so many and shut them out because you're still, learning each other, a brand new team, and so I'm not going to count Leafy Green or Leeway Franks out in some of those other games the rest of the season. So.
All right.
I was really impressed by the leadoff kicker. Just torched twice in a row, basically. It was, and I lost $5 on this to T.
That'll hurt your morale.
When gambling goes wrong, kids, this is why you don't gamble. Also, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-888-BETS-OFF.
Yeah. I call shenanigans, man. Oh, God. Jesus. Nick Lerner just threw a shitload of cash down on the table.
Do you know why he did that?
Nope. Why?
Because he is starting a contest this week called Kick the Drone. Your chance to win the jackpot. Fundraising dollars go to this year's KBKL charity, which is...
Humane Society.
The Humane Society. Okay, how do you do this? You got to hit the jackpot. To hit the jackpot, you have to do $1 per ticket for a chance to kick the drone to win the jackpot. It's going to happen during the 7th inning stretch after Cougar sings Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
If you call singing.
If you hit the drone, you win the money. If not, it rolls on to the next week.
Yeah.
It's a progressive. So if you're just a degenerate gambler and a great kickballer, you have a great chance of winning this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. This is right up my alley. Hold on. I thought you said degenerate gambler and terrible kickballer. Never mind. This is not for me.
I mean,
although, look, dude, for our gambling this week for the 1-888 bets on, whoever takes me up on a bet, I think our bet should be loser has to buy like $10 worth of raffle tickets.
Yeah.
And then even if they lose, they still get a chance to kick
Legit.
it.
It's not for charity. It's all for charity.
It's all for charity. It's for charity, people. And plus, you won. Nick has tickets for sale at the Jazz House. So another reason for you to come down here every week to listen and have fun and drink beer and drink really. In order to win, one, you have to be present at the game of the week to be eligible. And tickets will be sold at game of the week until the 3rd inning. After that, ticket sales will be cut off. During the 4th, the raffle ticket will be drawn, so if you're there, your ticket gets drawn, you get to go kick. It's great. Also, you get to pick your pitcher. So, if you have a pitching coach or just someone who you know serves up great meatballs, pick them and maybe you can hit the drone.
Dude, this is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to Nick generously helping us raise money for charity, but really I just want to see somebody kick the shit out of that drone. Because when somebody actually hits it, it's going to cause like a cleanup problem.
Oh yeah, totally. Especially because it's between innings as well.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's destroy technology the best way we know how.
Exactly.
By kicking kickballs at it.
Yeah, exactly. There are going to be some exceptions to this. If the drone is unable to fly due to weather conditions, mechanical issues, or the person who flies the damn thing is out of town.
We can leave the legal disclaimers for the lawyers.
Yes. Anyway, the Kick the Drone will be delayed until the next available week, and raffle tickets from that week will still apply. So, yeah, dude, this sounds great.
Yeah,
it sounds great.
I
can't wait to see this because this might be my favorite thing now. During
I'm already staring at a lot of cash right now, so it's definitely.
Nick won it the first $100 and he plopped it down on the table. Like there's $100 in our hands right now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Can you smell it?
Also, the teams assigned to clean up just want to clean, which is cool, but we need some people to volunteer for the merch table and the scoreboard. So
scoreboard party!
Scoreboard is the most fun.
Scoreboard is the most fun. Also, like if you, we just need more volunteers for that. So please volunteer if you can. Let's talk about some discussion questions, right? Should we do that?
Let's discuss things.
Okay. Who do you think is the best 0-2 team thus far?
Wow.
Wow.
The best 0-2 team.
Katie?
I would have said where's my pitches, but
yes.
Do it, pick Katie.
Katie, you
like I said before, I would give it a tie between Los Mats and Leeway Franks. I think Los Mats is going to probably struggle the rest of the season to field a full team. Like I said, Steve-O said that they just got caught on a bad day this week, and I think they still have Brew Ballers and someone else left that they might be able to take one from. So I think Leeway Franks is probably the best of the 0-2 teams.
To my eye, after seeing them play, I think it's got to be the Brew Ballers.
Yeah.
I mean, they almost took down one of the best teams in the league
Brew
last year.
Ballers won first week.
Brew Ballers won.
Brew Ballers won.
Oh, they won at one?
They beat Los Mat.
Yeah, I need the records up in front of me or less alcohol in my system.
Both. But Coog?
It's not the homies, that's for damn sure. So.
Damn, man. How are you going to be, like, just shitting on your own team here?
Reverse psychology. Anyways,
No.
You're the leader.
I know.
You weren't the leader of this team. Yeah, it might work. However, you are the captain, man. You can't be shitting on your own team like that.
But in all seriousness, I think it's Los Mats. Leeway. The shutout against Jazz House.
That looks
two
bad,
innings.
man.
It looked bad. It's two bad innings, and then basically lights out. It's done. Los Mats. We joke about like how many players they have: 8, 9, 6 players. But it's just based on 3. But just based on history, I would have to say I deal with the Los Mats as the best 0-2 team.
Yeah, they picked up Tim Campbell this week too. I think.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was on that roster there.
Yeah. So for me, I don't know. Maybe Leeway or maybe Double Meat, just based off of their showings against top teams.
Yeah, I think let's give Double Meat some respect because of the way they played against a couple good teams.
Yeah. So like they're gonna have they have the hardest part of their schedule down. So I definitely think that they can, get some wins here in the next couple of weeks.
Uphill from here.
Yeah, so that's why I say Leeway or Double Meat. So, Ben?
I already put my foot in my mouth, so I'll just leave it at that. I put my booze in my mouth, followed by my foot.
I'm going to go ahead and say, where's my pitches? Where's my pitches?
Really?
I'm serious, man. Really? They have some good players. And they got veterans.
I would have had where's my pitches if they didn't get a win by forfeit.
I love Vaughn and Richie.
Yeah.
Granted, technically they're 1-1. However, on the field they're 0-2.
Yeah.
I love Vaughn and Richie, but damn it, man! Whenever I pick them to win a game, they lose every freaking time, or they only have like maybe 9 people that
Stop
game.
picking them. You're the curse. That's the problem.
What?
Just stop picking them. You're the curse.
I can't, because they're always in like games that should be close.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're not the same team they have been historically.
it's frustrating.
I'm just saying they have good, solid players that have been playing for a very long time.
Yeah.
They know how to do.
Yeah. No,
You never know what you're going to get. That's why that's why their name is a question. Where's my pitches?
Where are they coming from? What person is going to be delivering them today?
Some weeks it's, there's my pitches. Some weeks it's, where are my fucking pitches?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Next is who is the shakiest 2-0 team? Basically meaning like who is primed for a fall right now, being 2-0.
Well, obviously Red Lion.
No, they're not. We're not 2-0.
That's what I'm saying. You've already fallen before the next week coming games.
Before noon today, Red Lion was the shakiest 2-0 team. And that shit came to fruition really quickly.
Katie got picked.
Matt.
Matt.
Who is the shakiest 2-0 team?
Shakiest 2-0 team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I hate to say it, but probably Channel 6.
Yep, I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Because
Okay.
they have,
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
A lot of personnel turnover
Definitely.
recently, so I think that they've had some pretty tight games that they probably shouldn't have had so far this year. So I would definitely go for the Channel 6 guys.
Cool.
Sorry,
Katie?
Mike.
Gosh, that's a rough one because there's a lot of them in there. A lot of them are in that top division that you're going to get split up to. I don't really know. I mean, I guess I would go with Channel 6 too for the same reason. They haven't really showed a lot the last 2 weeks and still trying to get their pieces together. So,
Coog?
Channel 6 is the obvious answer because the 12-7 win over Leeway Franks and then, of course, 6-5 win, controversial, up against Blue Ballers. But I can present an argument based on history, and just history only, not on what they played so far. Sorry, Jarek, it's Flying Hellfish.
Okay.
On history, because you never think of other teams there. Who would you say? Happy Shirt? No. Goats? No. Woman? No. KTC? No. Red Legs? No. Love Guard? No. Poshwash? Maybe. But like Red Line? Sorry, never mind. Or Muddy Waters. So maybe the fight between Poshwash and Flying Hellfish, maybe it's a little history, but based on history, I said history. Maybe Flying Hellfish. So far, so good. But
I have to disagree with
Red
you,
Legs
Cougar,
can shit
only
the bed
insofar
as
as
well,
like my picture of shakiest 2-0 is which 2-0 team is ripe for the steepest fall.
Right.
And if you look at who the Hellfish have to play left, I only see one loss on their schedule, and that's Happy
Which
Shirt.
is Happy Shirt.
They are probably going to be the 2 seed here, right?
I agree.
Yeah, most likely.
If I have to pick, it's probably Poshwash. No,
that's what I had
disrespect, but only because they have to play the
top 2 teams.
Yeah, the
in
top
Red
2
Line.
teams preseason.
Red Line
Yeah.
game 4 and week 4, Chalmers is 5. Yeah.
Well, and not to put Ghosts
The one
in a
and
bad
one Red
position,
Line
but we
team.
still have 2 of the top 2 teams in our division to play too. So, I mean, I'm not our next week's game with D-Holes is going to be rough.
Yeah, I was just
You
so polite
for not mentioning us before, actually. I must say that.
Hey, Katie, it'd make me much happier if when you referred to your own team, you called them Go.
Ooh, spooky.
All right.
What'd you think, CJ?
I was going to say Poshwash because they still have to play the top 2 teams in their division coming up.
Yep.
Well, they're going to have a reprieve this week with playing, who the hell is it? Where's My Pitches? So, but they have to play the top 2 teams the next 2 weeks after that.
I don't know,
week 4
man.
and 5,
Where's My
so.
Pitches got a lot better in the last 8 hours.
But they could get significantly worse in the next 6 days. So
that's very no joke though. But Poshwash better watch out. They played really well on Sunday.
yeah. So let's talk about some games, all right?
Yep.
Okay.
Games.
Just to update the Pick'em Challenge, Ben went 3-0 last week. I went 2-1. Cougar went 2-1. However, Cougar got the extra point that helps him out at the end of the year.
That's right.
And the panelist is leading the way. Just random panelist is still 3-0. They're 6-0 for the year.
That's awesome.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ben is 4-2. I'm 4-2. Cougar's 5-1. Panelists, just random panelists. So Diana and Ari are 6-0.
No pressure.
Katie, you have a lot of pressure
Try
on
to keep
you.
it going.
No pressure,
promise
Katie.
If I can carry on our theme of irresponsible gambling, if the panelist beats me, Cougar, and CJ, we should just select random people to do the podcast next year instead of us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, can that be a bet?
Yeah, no.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. So. That would be fun. You're right, Stacey.
All right. Week 3, June 11th, YSC 1, 5 o'clock, which is the first game in our Pick'em Challenge. Grandstand versus Screamers. Matt.
Love my guys over at Grandstand. They make freaking awesome beer glasses. They really do. But I'm going to have to go with Screamers on this one based off of history.
Oh, all right, Katie.
Screamers.
Unfortunately, even though I love my girl Kristen, I'm also going to have to go with Screamers by one run though.
It's going to be tough.
One run.
It's going to be a tight game.
Okay. Cougar.
It's going to be a close game. Make it 3. It's going to be Screamers. Well, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Okay. I picked these games and I had no idea which one I was going to pick. Screamers. My bad. Ben.
I can't pick Screamers because you guys all did.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Grandstand.
Okay.
Either way.
All right. YSC 1, 7 o'clock. Johnny's versus Free State. Ben.
This is a good one.
This should be a good
Johnny's
game.
and Free State?
Yeah.
It's got to be Free State. I think Johnny's is coming up, and they showed something against Happy Shirt, but I still think Free State is going to win by at least 5.
Yeah, I got Free State by 2. Coog?
Nick Lerner is about to leave if you want to buy a ticket. Just FYI, drone tickets.
Hey, anybody that wants a raffle ticket.
Go get a ticket.
I want to buy a ticket. Nick, come back here.
I can't. I'm his boss. Coog. He's my boss. Anyways, I'm going to go with Free State. It's going to be close against Johnny's by 4. I love you too, Tim. Enjoy New Zealand.
Assuming Free State doesn't totally break down off of some crazy ass call, I'm going to go Free State by 3.
Okay. Matt?
I'm going to go Free State by 4. Just like
Okay.
me. There.
Okay.
Hey, Nick, can I buy raffle tickets for Cougar? All right. I love that.
Okay, just so you know, Nick says that you can buy a raffle ticket and put whoever's name on there that you want to nominate to kick. They just have to be there at Game of the Week.
And that puts the onus on them to decline
Yes.
if they win.
Yeah.
Oh my
All
God.
right.
Great to see you lead the 7th inning stretch and then turn around and have to kick at the drone.
But can you imagine if Cougar kicked the drone, how nuts the crowd would go? I know I'd lose my shit.
I would
I'd
be a happy man.
I would rush the field and tackle Cougar. All right. YSC 1, 7 o'clock. Oh, wait, no, we already did that one. Fuck it. YSC 4, 5 o'clock. Hertz Donut versus Ghosts. Oosh. Ben.
Man, I guess we could have made this a pick'em, I think. Just because Ghosts has played well.
Yeah.
No, be the panelists.
Alex sent me some pictures of the new cleats that they got special made, and they are
Oh, they were nice. I
They're
saw it. They were
spectacular.
nice.
Don't get me wrong,
I am
those are
picking
spectacular.
the D-holes just based off of the footwear.
Yeah, I got D-holes. Coog?
Interesting.
I play against both teams. D-holes by 6.
Katie.
I show up on Sundays to win. So, yes, we're going to beat the D-holes.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess we could technically say this is another hard O game.
Yeah?
The Ghosts versus the D-holes.
Yeah, we could. YSC 4, 7 o'clock. Muddy Waters versus Leeway Franks. We all have Muddy White, right? Muddy Waters.
Yeah, after this game of the week, I think it's got to be.
Yeah.
Got to earn back some respect. I'm still pissed because I owe T $5.
All right. Holcomb left, 5 o'clock. Reboot versus Leafy Greens. Matt.
I'm going to go with my guys' Reboot. That was my team that I first started on 10 years ago, Das Boot. So I think the spirit is alive with those guys.
Is that right?
So, yeah.
Nice.
Reboot's gonna
I did
Reboot
not know
tickets.
that.
I did not know that either. Huh?
No.
I'm going to go Reboot too, but not a shutout.
Cool.
Shutout.
Coog. I agree. It won't be a shutout, but Reboot by a lot. Double digits.
Yeah, I got Reboot on this. Ben.
Yeah, that seems like they're the better of the couple new teams.
Yeah.
But Katie and Cougar, you should know that if you bet not a shutout in Vegas on this, you're getting like negative odds. Like you got to bet $10 to win one.
Yeah.
Good thing we're not betting in Vegas then.
Holcomb left, 7 o'clock. Asteroid Head versus the Flying Hellfish. It's Flying Hellfish, right?
Yeah, flying hellfish. Asteroid has some chutzpah, though. I don't know.
Nah, hellfish.
Yeah.
Hellfish.
I don't see another shutout here either.
No, I don't see a shutout either. No. Guys, hellfish, guys.
Hellfish.
Katie,
hellfish for sure. Definitely not a shutout either.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm trying to pick my raffle kickers.
Okay, so.
Yep.
All right, YSC 2, 5 o'clock. Poshwash versus Where's My Pitches, Ben.
Ooh. Well, I guess I'll pick Poshwash because I can never pick Where's My Pitches right anyway. I feel like after seeing what they have to offer, I feel like after seeing what they have to offer last week, they could beat Poshwash, but I don't know. My gut tells me Poshwash is still.
To me, it's like one of those every other week type things where Where's My Pitches plays really well, really terribly one week, and then really great the next, and now it's week 3, so they're going to play terribly, which is going to be totally wrong, most likely. So I am taking Poshwash.
It's got to be Poshwash. Got to be Poshwash.
Okay.
Poshwash by 4.
I'm going to go with Where's My Pitches at?
Oh, brave man. Brave man putting so much faith into Where's My Pitches.
That's right, man. I'm
legitimate forfeits.
Yeah, barring not a forfeit.
Forfeit. There we go.
All right, YSC 2, Los Matadores versus Channel 6, which I think actually can be a very interesting game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so Ben, lead us off.
I'm going to go with Matadores here.
Ooh. Wow. Like, I still think Channel 6 is better, but I would not be surprised if this was a very close game. So I'm going to go Channel 6 by 3.
Yeah.
Coog.
Channel 6 by 4. But yeah.
Channel 6 by 10.
Ooh, 10, wow.
Okay.
The first real game by Channel 6.
I think they're gonna get their shit together
I
this
hope
week.
so. God, not doing so hot.
I'm not going to pick a score that's that crazy, but I'm going to pick Channel 6 as well.
Okay.
I think this is like, it's a tough call, though, because Channel 6 definitely has the better top-end talent, but I feel Matadores has the higher
Well, and
score.
again, Max might only field 8.5 players. So we never know what's going to happen there.
Yeah, and Channel 6 has the chicanery to win.
At this point in the season, I'm going to take top-end talent over just overall talent.
Fair
so,
enough.
yeah. Lions East, 5 o'clock. Wildman versus Sacred S-Word. One of my old teams as well. Favorite and old teams. So, we're going Wildman, right? Like,
dare I say Wildman? No, I'm not going to say it. No shutout.
Ben, do you have something to say?
Yeah,
it's Ben's gambling corner over here.
Yeah, it's got to be Wildman, but this is the first game, the 1-888 copyright Katie Keating bets on gamble of the week. So it's going to be a 3-team parlay. 3 teams are going to get shut out this week, says I. And
this is the first of them.
Sacred Sword is the first of them. Yeah.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to hit me up, I feel like we can come up with some sort of a sweet bet for this thing.
Yeah.
So hard hit.
Also,
I think if somebody wants to bet me on this 3-team parlay, whoever loses has to buy $5 worth of Nick's lottery tickets to kick the drone. That way, even if you lose, you win.
There you go.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Also, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-888-BETS-OFF. Lions East, 7 o'clock. Rockets versus Goats.
I didn't get to.
We have the goats, right?
Wildman's going to win. Yeah.
Like, we all have the goats.
Yeah, goats, but not by 39-1 margin.
Yes.
No, but I do have another bet for you. Who's going to be the first team to reach 40 runs this season? Could it be this week, though? Could Wildman kick 40 on Sword?
Probably not. We're going to
Goats
kick
40 over Rockets? I think that might happen.
You know, the teams that are willing to kick 40, I think, are fewer and further between. Because who was it that got 48, 49 last year? Was that Channel 6? They're not in a position to do it this year. Happy Shit gets...
my 3 teams. My 3 teams.
It's bored after they get too far ahead. Wildman got made fun of too much for going too far ahead. So, like, who's there to kick 40 in? The Goats have gotten 39, and they're getting made fun of now.
Happy Shirt plays repetition this week. I mean, that could be a 40
It's
run
possible.
game.
That's in the parlay, but I don't think they're scoring 40.
They're not scoring 40.
Also, Simon and Betsy are going to be coming back from Simon's birthday trip. Also, happy early birthday there.
Happy early birthday, Simone.
Hi, Simon.
He's in attendance right now. Happy early birthday, buddy. Simon and Betsy are going to be coming back from Portland. So, yeah.
Which one, Maine or Oregon?
Those are two big legs for you right there.
Oregon.
Oregon,
We play
okay.
kickball, obviously.
Let's see.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So, okay. Next games, Holcomb Wright, 5 o'clock, Happy Shit versus...
And it starts. Oh my god.
It's blame it on Ben, man. He's got it in my head.
Hey man, I'm much further in the tank than you are. That's not fair at all. You saw me. You were serving me drinks before we got here.
It's very true. We all got Happy Shit, right?
Shut out. You guys play
This is
the second game.
second game of the 3-team shutout parlay.
Yep.
Happy Shirt shuts them out.
Okay.
I say no shutout. I think Repetition's going to score one.
All right, you want to take me up?
I'll take.
All
All
right.
right. It's just we got one run on this game.
$5.
Okay.
Don't let me call Repetition.
Okay.
Cosgrove. All right, Cosgrove.
$5 to kick the drone.
I take God. 2 more for 20 total.
Also, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-888 bets off.
God, they're gonna love pub.
That should be our
Holcomb
sponsor.
Wright, 7 o'clock, Rats versus Chalmers.
This is gonna be a
Chalmers,
close
right?
one.
Yeah, no.
This is going to be a close one.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Katie?
I don't think
State your
Chalmers.
case.
I don't think
Yeah, state your
Chalmers
case,
is.
please.
I don't think Chalmers is 100% yet. I think they've got about.
doesn't
but that's what
Rats
Rats hasn't been playing horrible the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna say
Heck,
Chalmers
I
is
might
still
be-
gonna win, but it's not gonna
By
be
how much?
5, 7.
So Chalmers is by 10.
Five.
Like Rats are gonna score 5 or 7 on that team
No, that's the
anyway.
spread. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I
The
know,
spread will be
but
fine.
still, like.
Rats, we love you, and we're all predicting Chalmers is to win, but Katie is predicting a moral victory.
Just trying to look out for my lower half, man.
The gauntlet has been thrown, Rats.
These odds of moral victories.
YSC 3, 5 o'clock. Hopefully the Red Lion will have a legal kicking lineup this week versus Liberty Hall.
Dude, next week I'm doing a 3-team moral victory parlay.
All
Is this
right.
hatball time there, man?
Yeah,
Is this hatball time?
Red Lion versus Liberty Hall. Red Lion, right?
Well, I can guarantee you that we're not going to have a problem with the lineup because we're just going to spread it out. Yeah, I'll take us, I suppose.
Yeah. Like, okay.
Across the board.
Yeah.
YSC 3, 7 o'clock. Red Legs versus KTC.
Here we go,
in
here we
a
go.
game that could be marquee, but I really don't think it is. KTC
For the Paul Rudd
by
division.
5.
I'm saying Red Legs. 7 to 5.
That is insane.
I am.
That is
I
insane.
am.
You're in
I
two.
thought about that a lot today,
You're
which was one of the
insane.
games that I thought about a lot when we were talking about it.
Cougar.
You're insane, Katie.
Ooh.
Yeah, I agree. Krista, she's wrong twice. KTC by 6. KTC by 6.
We are ganging up on Katie at the moment, and yes, I'm picking KTC.
How is this not a pick'em game?
Because I don't think Red Legs can hang with KTC. That's why.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because nobody thinks the way I do, that's why.
I'll undercut
love you.
Cougar
I
by
love you,
one.
my lower
I
half
think both of these
teams. I
seem
love
to
you
go to the
all.
Final
Fuck
Four,
the
but
top 10.
I think KTC by 5. Red Legs just aren't there yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you call us one, Katie, bravo. Otherwise, you're nuts. So.
Do I get to win anything if they win? Damn it. I don't. It's a moral victory, I understand.
It is. It's all about moral victories.
I just got a fresh Odell IPA. You know what Odell is this week?
Getting me drunk?
That, and they're the sponsor this
And
week.
the sponsor.
So, OdellBrewing.com. Over 50 different beers listed on their website. Try them all, if you can.
They're all really good.
They're very, very good.
Exactly. This coming weekend, they have an Odell KBKL special at Cork and Barrel, $2 off all 12 packs. And don't forget, they have an awesome deal every Sunday for Odell at the Replay. The after parties, $4 a can, $10 for 3 cans. I am kind of drunk right now. So, holy crap, that is a great deal.
Holy crap.
Holy crap.
And I will say that one of the best deals around
Yes,
going on right now
definitely.
is our Montage mix pack for cans.
Okay.
Because we have the yesterday, which is a 9.3 ABV beer.
And which
It's the
cans are-
Montage Variety Pack. So it
Yes.
actually has drum roll and Braun beer, which is like our blackberry goes. It's sour tart. It's like the best mix pack you could possibly
And then
buy.
what beers are available at Replay?
At replay, there's the 90 shilling, the drum roll, and the IPA.
Woo!
There.
Dang, that is a good lineup right
It's
there.
a good
people.
triple header.
So you could be drinking,
definitely. Get one of each. Drink
Triple header with not
Not
too
too
much
much head.
Yeah,
Gotta
exactly.
drink them all.
All right, Lions West, 5 o'clock. Versus Love Garden.
Hey, watch the hard O, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's very true.
Did you say this is a hard one?
Love Garden. Love Garden, right?
It's not a hard
Yeah,
one.
Love Garden, easy.
Love Garden, easy. Yeah.
I'm sorry. No offense to Moose. They did have quite a few errors and whatnot when we played them. They are going to give them a game, but I think Love Garden's gonna pull it out.
Yeah.
I think this will be closer than a lot of people think, but
12-7 maybe.
No, not that close.
Moose is a good
Lions West, 7 o'clock. Brew Ballers versus Jazz House, 926.5 Massachusetts. Jazz House. Thank you, Rick, for letting us come here and just drink and make asses of ourselves every week.
Thanks, Rick.
Not only
so much.
is Tuesday's
Tanya was
drink
back there,
special
too.
awesome, but they shut out Leeway Franks at Game of the Week.
Exactly, which is also the second game in our Pick'em Challenge. So, Matt, who you got?
I am picking the Jazz House.
Ooh.
And that's because they have 90 shilling on
We
top.
have a split on the panel. So does it count if one of us gets it right this week still?
No, we
Because
go
I'm
with
picking
you
Brew
because you're the
Ballers.
invited guest.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go Brew Ballers over Jazz House.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, Rick.
The pressure is on
You
you.
still let me come in?
Adrian, Blue Ball is one of the old teams. No, it's gonna be Jazz House. Jazz House by 5.
Ooh, okay. Because I am a shill. I'm going Jazz House. Ben.
After seeing, I saw both of them play last week, and after seeing the way Brew Ballers played against Channel 6, I have to take the Brew Ballers. That Jazz House win was really impressive at Game of the Week.
Yeah.
But I feel like head-to-head, Brew Ballers can beat them.
Yeah, I had the same
Okay.
thought to you, Ben.
Okay, that's a good call.
The crowd boos. Ben doesn't care.
Yeah. Is indifferent because they have a beer in front of them. Hobbs, 7 o'clock, undercard for Game of the Week, which is also the last game in our Pick'em Challenge.
Bonus point.
Harpies versus Corksuckers.
Yeah.
Matt.
As for the spread, it's a bonus point. So.
Yeah,
Okay,
bonus
spread.
point.
Corksuckers also has a very fine place in my heart because it is actually a team I used to play for as well. Love you guys, Corksuckers. I'm going to pick the Corksuckers to win by 3.
Okay. Katie.
This was a tough one for me. Very, very tough. I went back and looked at the scores on both teams, who they were playing. I'm going to go Harpies over Corksuckers, and the score is going to be 3-2.
So we won Harpies by 1.
Yeah.
Tight game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coog.
I hear Labor Harvey's got delicious pies, so I've been told. Usually I go pies over beer. Not this time. It's beer over the pies by 2.
Good call. Good call.
Okay. I have Harpies by 3.
Nice.
Ben.
Wow. The people on these teams are so nice. I don't feel like.
Yeah.
So hard
Can I pick a tie or a double forfeit?
No. They both had illegal.
It's not soccer. We don't end in ties. Someone has to win.
I know. I love you, Jana, but put a fork in cork. Give me Harpies by 4.
Wow.
All right. Here we go. Hobbs. 9 o'clock.
Oh, jeez.
Game of the week.
Yeah.
Marquee game.
Yeah.
Someone on the panel is going to be playing in this game. 9 o'clock. Homies versus Double Meat. Yeah. Matt, what do you got?
First of all, what is double meat a reference to? Does anybody know that?
I don't think it's appropriate to say on the
meat
podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a family
sponsored by
podcast
Children's show, Matt.
with
Come on.
gambling and cursing.
Give it a children's show. Come on.
And yet this is still inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I haven't seen double meat play, but I don't know. I'm going to go with the homies on this one.
All right. Katie.
This was also a rough one for me. I played against the homies. I haven't seen Double Meat play, but I know some of the players on the team. I'm going to homies by 1.
Ooh, okay. I have, let's see, this is very tough for me as well, because someone who I really hate, Jeff Hopper, is on this team. God, he sucks.
Only one error.
He's a ton of errors. He's an error machine.
Oh,
Ever going to go over under?
Everyone knows it. So, because Jeff Hopper's on your team, I'm going to go double meat by 3. Ben.
Yeah, Cougar, I think you're going to be the dressing on the double meat sandwich. Double meat by 4.
All right. Coug, this is your team.
How do I follow that up?
Tell everyone how you guys are going to lose.
How are we going to lose? Oh, jeez. God, this is tough. You know what? Whatever. Homies by 1.
Ooh! Whoa! Wow! No. That is more monumental than I thought it was going to be.
Last time we played Game of the Week, we played the Ghosts against Scott, and we lost the walk-off 3-2.
That's
unbelievable. Constantly
This is
the heavens shook and the rivers bled, and Cougar picked his own team to win.
In a Game of the Week, no less. Yeah. Holy shit!
That means we're screwed.
Look, if we get the trifecta here, if you sing the 7th inning stretch and kick the drone and destroy it and win the game, I'm just gonna end
I'll
it
just
right
retire.
there.
I'll just retire. I'll just retire.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
I'm gonna buy you 3 beers at Reef.
Yeah!
3 Odell beers that you can get for $10, $4 per can. Also at Cork and Barrel this week, you can get $2 off all 12 packs. Do you know that?
I cannot beat that.
So yeah, Cougar, if you do the trifecta this week, will you drink all 3 beers?
I guys have no choice.
Okay.
You actually see Cougar black out.
CJ, man.
You actually see Cougar black out. I might actually black out.
We'll take care of you, Cougar.
No, peer pressure. 1-800-HELP. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
If you have a gambling problem, 1-888-BETS-OFF. If you want to gamble, 1-888-BETS-ON.
Yeah.
Give me a call. CJ, man, we're changing your name from CJ Cobra Kai to CJ Segway Kai. That was a dynamite fucking segue, man.
All right. So I think that puts a nice little bow on this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Once again, thank you to the Jazz House, 926 and a half Massachusetts.
Yeah, Jazz House.
Woo! Hey, if you want to come down here every Tuesday, Nick Lerner should be selling raffle tickets for the Kick the Drone contest.
Until it gets destroyed.
Yeah, until it gets destroyed and you can't buy another one. And then tomorrow at the scrimmage, which will be at Hobbs, starting Lions, starting at 7 o'clock.
My work, my job.
So go there if you want to buy tickets. So yeah, also thank you to Odell again for being our sponsor this week.
Thank you for that.
Thanks, Matt.
Got it.
Drink beer, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about
Cork and Barrel special, $2 off all 12 packs. Also, $4 a can, $10 for 3 cans at the replay. Holy shit, that is a great
That's
deal.
a great deal. CJ, do you mind if we talk a little bit about the trip out to Fort Collins too? For the
What's that?
Yeah, man, do it.
Yeah.
We're over anyway. We might as well.
So for the last 5 years, we've actually done a little trip for the winning team, who actually wins the entire league.
Yeah.
Out to the brewery, and we actually do like a little scrimmage between a hand-picked team of my choosing from Odell Brewing Company.
Yeah.
And it's just a blast every year. So.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to go on the first one to Fort Collins. Myself and Simon were there. Holy crap, that was like one of the most fun trips I've ever had in my entire life.
It's a pretty good time.
It was a great time. Odell treats you really, really great.
Yeah, dude, the kickball game was fun, but the brewery tour is amazing.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And we had a little snow this past year too, and everybody was really game and still played anyway, so it was fantastic. So we're going to be doing it again this year. We'll see if it's Happy Shirt again. I don't know. 4 years in a row might be a little rough, but we'll make it work. Either way.
All right.
Rock and rolling kickball brought to you by Odell's and Shaded.
Yeah.
Boom.
So for Matt Shaded, Katie Keating, Jason Cougar Huang,
Pray for me.
Ben Hutnick. Yeah! I am CJ Cobra Kai. Thank you so much for listening. Good luck, everyone.
That was really long. It was like an hour. Really? Maybe an hour 15. Oh, hey, what are you poking me in the leg with? Almost hour 25. Well, I mean...